Whoa, look at there. Oh, hell. Look at there. Well, we got to get audio check, so that works. Oh, we could have done this intro. Let's do this. That was kind of loud. It's kind of loud. Man, I've been watching videos on TikTok. I've seen news reports and all this stuff. The drones in the sky lost radioactive material and school shootings. What's up, B Wizzle? What is going on, Brando Toe? Yeah, hell, I'll sit and watch so many videos. After a while, they're saying the same thing. I figured, hell, I'll go live and talk about it. But it's odd, because I'm hearing so many different stories about what's going on. I watched where they're saying it's the reason you're seeing so many because there's people getting gifts and are going to get gifts for Christmas, right? There's people test driving these things and learning how to fly and getting like lessons on how to fly these drones and stuff and night flight, doing nighttime stuff. There's a military base that's close by. They say that they might be even doing training and things. People are seeing it overreacting, but there's other people saying that. So why are drones worried? They have right. I guess maybe. Well, and I've thought about that. I thought about where they're delivering and going back and forth, but there's other stuff that's come out that people's talking about. It's even in the news that they're missing some radioactive material. It was like in a like in a cargo box or a Connex box or something like metal transport, whatever. It was when it got to port. I guess it was on a ship or whatever. When it got to port, it was damaged and open, and the radioactive material was missing. And a lot of people believe that a lot of those drones that we're seeing are essentially like nuke sniffing drones, where they're able to detect. I guess they got like some type of Geiger counter on it or whatever, and able to locate and kind of pinpoint where the radiation is coming from. So, it's kind of what's up, Cap? What's up, Cap? Cap, you're and there's even in Pennsylvania too, where they're talking about these drones are all over. And Cap, you know, if you ain't busy, come up because I'd like to find out if you been. I mean, from what I'm hearing, there's a lot of stuff going on, even in Pennsylvania, with like New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, and there's been high spike in people have been monitoring that stuff too. There've been a couple spikes in the radiation, especially in New York. It got up real high, and right now in California, this morning there was a spot in California that had real high radiation for a little bit, like just for a few minutes. It got real high, like they're moving some material around until they can hide it. You got the I don't know. Um, yeah, I guarantee it. It probably with the shit that you eat. I guarantee you, it was atomic too. But I felt like Trump winning the people that he beats. What did they do? Because you remember what happened before. The impeachment after impeachment after impeachment, Russia collusion, and then the we all know what we're talking about. We're not trying to say it. And they get to stay at home all the time. Um, but I was wondering, things like this might start happening. The radioactive material that's gone, like from what I've heard or from stuff that I've seen, they say that it's not enough to make like a nuclear bomb or anything, but it's enough to make a dirty bomb. Can make a certain area inhabitable for a while. Not very big, but it definitely would have its effect. Probably could, if it was detonated in New York, it probably could. There'd be a mile or two around that you really wouldn't want to be there because of the radiation. Kind of destroy some shit, but making it where you can't stay there because of the radiation. Crazy times we live in. Worrisome, you know. Makes me want to move Midwest. As East Coasters, we always been kind of comfortable because all the countries to the all the countries on the other side of the world from us are all allies. All the other ones have to drive all the way around the world on one side. But now that I don't know, I've even heard things like Iran has a mothership off the coast of.
She's showing off her Lego she did.
Oh, let's see.
Show Daddy.
Don't open it. It has stuff in it.
Don't open it.
Don't
Don't open it.
Well, it's got glitter in it.
No.
Well, I want to open it now. I'm now curious.
It has Lego
Well,
pieces.
show him the ice cream.
Can I interest you in ice cream?
Can you open it?
That's all you got done is that one little car? You've been in there for 45 hours?
No.
It's a vanilla ice cream cone.
You want,
Little ice cream. Hey, what's up, Kevin? All right.
also has a back door. Woo.
Cool. Look at there. All right, that's neat. I'll be home around 2 if you want to do some gaming later. It sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. What you up to, Kevin? Kevin, y'all seen any drones around in your area? All these drones. I've seen videos and stuff where sheriff departments putting up their drones and stuff, trying to catch up with them. And they said these drones just like their drones can fly up to like 40 mile an hour. So these drones are doing 60 or better. Like they just take right off away from them. They can't even get close to them. They're saying that some of these drones, like people, they'll be close and people have their cameras and like they'll notice that whoever's running notices that they'll be recording and just shut it out dark and that sucker take off. Uh, all kind of stuff. It's disconcerting. Um, and then the radiation spikes and stuff, and then it's on the news, folks. You can look it up. The lost radioactive material. That's what they're calling it. They don't want to say what it really is. Is that who I think it is?
That's BTS. That's some of them.
Ooh.
That's why she was a Lego set. Because it was BTS.
You put that shit on fire. You ever watch plastic melt? It's kind of cool.
Look at the
Better than
movie.
firecrackers.
The movie.
She's showing you them dancing.
I seen it.
You don't think it's cool?
It was cool until I knew what it was.
Oh my gosh, you big.
I mean, it's the Legos. It's cool, but
You're dancing.
K-pop.
I can make them work.
I don't like K-pop. I think it's
She does.
weird.
but then it's perfect for you.
You weird.
That'd be bad, man.
It moved.
See what I have to put up with? And I'm worried about drones. Now I need to smoke. No, we ain't seen any yet. I seen, what was it? I watched a video a while ago where they have, yeah, that's weird.
Oh,
Talking about men taking women's rights. Got
darn,
got a man with
there you go.
lipstick up there advertising women's lipstick. So it's like women be more outraged. Cheers, what's up, Ghost? It looks like women be more outraged. Women want equal rights. They want all the things, right? And men, get better pay, get better work hours, better jobs, and stuff like that. Well, women are outraged, and I think it could be better. Um, but where's the outrage that men taking, like, it's here lately? It's been men, women winning women's championships at in fucking sports. It's been men, women champion or woman of the year. I mean, that's the way I see it. I can't help it. I stand up for women, not cosplay characters. I like a good cartoon, but just cause somebody dresses up in a cartoon outfit doesn't mean that they're a fucking cartoon. Like I remember when I was a kid, go to fucking our theme park around in our area, and people be dressed up like Scooby Doo and Flintstone stuff. These big fuzzy costumes. Well, I knew as soon as I seen them they wasn't cartoons. They didn't look, you know, colorful enough. They looked shaggy, and it was weird. And if you looked at them hard enough, you could see the little holes on their chest where the people that were inside of it would walk around. And they right there, I said, "Ain't no fucking cartoon." Somebody dressed up as a cartoon. Never one time did someone say you need to accept them for who they are. Right now, they're the way they're dressed, they're a cartoon. You see my logic behind that? Don't hate on me because if I see a rock, I don't call it a stone. Hey, what's up, James? Now I heard too that in South Carolina they started seeing the drones, and the reason you ain't hear much about it because them motherfuckers have really been shooting them down. There's some video on TikTok where it looked like Iraq back in the '90s when we went over there was bombing their ass, and where the damn tracer rounds were coming anti-air, uh, some of that shit like that. And they've done it in New Jersey too now. I put my faith in you know up north. The motherfuckers, people up north as crazy as we are down here. I reckon. I don't know if that's crazy. You know, maybe some people would say it. Re-release material twice. Yeah, I had a few evacuations myself. Yeah, last night I sit here, got stoned. I didn't want to cook anything, and there wasn't nothing that was like really fast to cook. I reached in the cabinet, got me a can of whole corn. There's sweet corn in the can. I just took the top off of it, poured the water out of the can, put me some fucking salt in there, a little bit of pepper, put my hand on top of it, shook that son of a bitch, stirred it up with a spoon, and walked in here like after washing my hand off. I eat a whole can of corn. Well, let me tell you today, uh, there's no blockages anywhere inside my gut. Let's just say. And I don't even know if I chewed it. I mean, I remember chewing it. Doesn't look it, but we'll talk about that later. That's be a digestion live stream. We'll talk about it then. This is the drone live stream, not a pooping live stream. Yeah, I wonder if like the videos of the people, shooting at the drones and sky, because it's illegal as a motherfucker to take a high power rifle and shoot it up in the air. It's very dangerous, because that bullet, when it leaves the end of that gun, it it got no mind. It don't care what it hits. That motherfucker going to hit what stops it. And some of these high power rifles, like I said, a 30-06, just a 150 grain 30-06. If you shot it right, hey, what's up, Rev? Good to see you, man. Um, if you took a 30-06, just a 150 grain bullet, and you shot it the right trajectory, theoretically, it could go 21 miles. It could still have lethal effects at 21 miles. At least that's what it used to say on the back of the boxes when I was growing up shooting guns, and it had warnings on the back of it that said, it tell you don't shoot it up, like a 22 long 22 long rifle. They say it can go a mile and a half, 2 miles if shot at the right angle up. It can still hurt and damage at a mile and a half away. The right angle. So people shooting at these drones in the sky, it could be catastrophic for the rest of their life, plus somebody tragic for someone else's. Tragic on both ends. So I wouldn't recommend shooting, because that guy I seen, it was in New Jersey. I'm glad to see the enthusiasm, but when you're shooting an AR-15, pat, pat, pat up to the sky, you need to know where them bullets are landing and how far they're going. Kill somebody, hurt somebody. So I guarantee you, if the cops knew, or anybody that knew who that was that was shooting them guns, I guarantee you they've had a visit. Probably wasn't a good one either. Because here, if you're in the city limits and you shoot a gun, it's a big deal. Um, you know, they do. And then when they go out like that right there, they come down, hit hard. I remember, I don't remember exactly when, but it hasn't been that long ago that some people that got hurt at, I think it was like a New Year's celebration, where people are shooting their guns and stuff up in the air. Bullets were coming down and hitting people. It hurting them bad. Yeah. I think it was like in California. And everything that goes up usually comes down. It just depends on where it comes down at. And I also seen videos this week where they've debunked the flat Earth theory. Like some flat earthers and a guy that knew the world wasn't flat took these flat earthers. One of them's a pretty famous flat earther, whatever, and they were able to prove that there was 24 hours of sunlight South Pole, and yeah, so that means the world's round. Apparently, none of the videos of the rockets with cameras on them, none of that stuff was proof enough. But uh, 24 hours sunlight in the South Pole, 365 days, 24 hours a day, the sunlight there. Just so, my neighbor had a bullet in his car roof last New Year's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All them bullets come down somewhere, even shooting it straight up. That bullet come back down, it's going to hurt. terminal velocity is really a lot faster than you think. One reason people don't fall as fast to the ground because of wind resistance. Hey, Flower, I'm up here being all conspiracy theorist. I said that like Mike Tyson, being the old conspiracy theorist here. Drones and well, it's going to get crazy, folks. Just better buckle up. That's what I say. Go to Walmart, buy me a whole bunch of those big bricks so we can have something to eat. Ginger, go buy it now. What's the name of those things? It's like a damn big brick food that you can eat, like ration. It's got like one block's got like 20,000 calories. You break pieces off. It's like a 3 day supply for one person. You remember I got them? I've done some reviews on them. Me and Curtis was eating them, kind of like P-TAC.
MRE things.
No, not the MRE. It's like a P-TAC thing. It's like a fucking brick, but it like had a almost indefinite shelf life. They sell them at Walmart with those damn whatchamacallits. And have y'all seen the videos of certain places in the United States where the lights are just flashing, like all the street lights to be flashing? I mean, I've seen it was in Fayetteville. I've seen Nashville. There's some other places around, where the street lights are just flashing just like damn hazard lights on the car. That's disconcerting because that's them trying. If that's people trying to hack into our shit, and that's just the only thing they could get done so far was make the lights flash and turn it on and off real fast. Uh, that could be something trying to overload and load it and load it, load it and off it and load it and off it, try to blow out a whole bunch of fucking shit real fast where it essentially shuts our power grid down until everybody can get it fixed. I'm telling you, shit feels like that's what's happening right now. Now, I will say, when I was working at UFP at night, a lot of times, sometimes I'd be outside all night pulling wood in, what they call picking the lumber that goes in there to be built. And a lot of times you're looking up because, a lot of times people don't, you might stay up all night, but you're inside, you ain't looking up. I've been working all night, all outside all the time. Be a couple of weeks at a time. I'll be out there sometimes just nothing to do for a few minutes. We just looking up, seeing shit move in the sky, and be like, "Well, that's an airplane." But I got a video. That just reminds me. I've got a video, um, and I seen this thing regular, but it'd be a bright light, didn't have any other lights, no red or green or lights. It was just one bright light, and it'd be off in the distance. It would just take forever to come by. I mean, it was moving so slow that I was trying to see it. I didn't know if it was like the space station or whatever, but hell, it come right over. And then, like, I'm sitting there looking at it, and when it gets like right over the top to where we're at, light goes out on it. I got a video of that, and that was like over a year ago. So, maybe these things has been doing this a while. People just starting to notice it, or maybe they, especially since they lost that radioactive material, they put more of them in the air, or they're worried about something that they need these things up to help. I don't know. See, they had one to crash in New Jersey or something like that, and then they closed down like both lanes of highway, and the military even pushed out emergency response vehicles, all the cops and things like that, and took over the whole scene, kept people back. People are saying they treated it like a UFO crash, but we know it wasn't a UFO. It's probably one of their aircraft, and they're still trying to hide. There's something going on that would probably make United States panic. Common folk start panicking if everybody knew, and they're trying to keep it under wraps. There's something going on. I think we're in danger, and to keep us from stampeding one another, uh, that's why it's going on like it is. And so, our adversaries have they're worried about Trump being in there, and they got a few months to try to pull some fucking shit before he gets in, and because I think they're scared of him. That's just my 2 cents. It's definitely worrisome. Absolutely, especially what the government has been running shit for the last 4 years. Um, it's all of it's hard to trust because we've seen all the lies. We've seen how the news media has been weaponized. Justice has been weaponized. Like all the stuff that we supposed to not like about Russia, I've seen the Democratic Party do the same shit. Everything that over the years that Russia locks up their political opponents. Russia, Putin stays in power. He has people poisoned and shot and killed. Well, I've seen how they done Trump. I've seen him be shot at and shot in the ear, face, whatever. Crazy world now, man. Don't ever know what the hell's going on. We don't know. And, you know, I want to know, but at the same time, will it make me feel better knowing, or would it make sometimes sometimes you regret getting what you wish for. Does that make any sense? Um, and here's another thing. People are talking about the drones. If it was a foreign adversary with drones that they're sneaking in and spying on us, do you think that they'd be lit up like school buses in the sky, or do you think that they would be moving stealth? Just only reason they're at night so you couldn't see them in the sky. Why would a foreign adversary have drones in the sky with spotlights all on it for navigational purposes? Because a lot of times, people need to understand. I've flown drones and stuff. I've flown mock control airplanes. I've done all that kind of things. Helicopters, all mock control. They have lights on them, just like a boat. Boat does too. You got your red and your green lights on it. And well, plane you also got a blue one, but it tells you, keeps you oriented, so you know which side of the plane is which side. So, like if you were flying at night and you had your lights on, and if you were turning right, and you want to turn right, you would need to make sure the right light's on the right side. Turn the right light that way. Then you'd have a green light signifying that's your left side. I believe that's correct. I am dyslexic, so it could be in reverse, but pretty much. And these drones, they go, four dimensions in travel. They go up, down, left, right, side, angle. It's every angle that you can think of. So they've got four lights. So at night when you're looking up at it, you can tell which direction it's turned because you got a front and side. That those lights tell you direction is standing. So I guarantee you, if foreign adversaries had drones, it would be lit up like 4th of July in the sky. What's up, Brando?
Huh.
See a drone? You're looking at drones right now, ain't you?
Yeah, totally. I see them all over the place.
Like gnats out there, ain't they?
Yeah, yeah. Get off me!
Go. That's what we need. I need to make a parody. Go outside with a can and have a drone spraying.
With a fly swatter. With a fly swatter. I don't know, man. I recall seeing a couple of those videos they had on the news. I was like, man, those just look like lit up jet fighters, man. Come on now.
Well, I've been seeing people post them, making fun of it. Like, look, it's a drone, and it'd be a damn, just a passenger jet just took off somewhere. Look,
Yeah.
everything with lights in the sky, they're calling it a drone.
I mean, come on. A lot of these just look like some kind of jets that they just put some lights on the bottom of, and it's like, come on, man.
Well, they got another thing that they're seeing in the sky too. Some people are calling them
What,
angels
the
or
clouds?
whatever.
They're seeing clouds
No,
too?
they're like some type of energy orb or whatever. They're like weird blotted looking lights in the sky that just kind of hover there and shimmer. A lot of people are recording it and referring to Ezekiel depiction of angels. Like even reputable news organizations got video of these things. They're calling them something like I forget what they're calling them, like some type of energy orb or.
I wonder if this is going to be one of those things about 15 years from now. They're going to come out with a rational explanation for it.
Well, yeah, they'll name it something and then give it an acronym. They'll give it a big name so they can give it a little short acronym so someone will feel smart because they can remember a big ass fucking name to something that means nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. People are just like, people are too busy worried about freaking out about stuff they don't have an answer for.
Exactly.
So it's like, there's so many things out in this world that we don't have answers for. People need to fucking take a breather before they start freaking out. I mean, I'm really concerned.
Hey, I had a little drone one time. It was like a little $20 drone you get at Walmart, and evidently something was wrong with it because I had already been flying drones before, and air was still outside, and I took that sucker up. I got flew it around a little bit, and you had little codes you could put in, and and make it flip and do little tricks, and I was doing that with it. One time I done a little trick, all of a sudden it flipped, it was gone. Never seen it again. It just I made it. I got the flip in it because I've done it several different times, and all of a sudden that thing flipped over and.
What? You said it was like one of those $20 ones?
Yeah, it was a little $20 thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, it wasn't mine. It was one of my kids' Christmas presents. We was out there flying it, and I was trying to show them, and they were flying it. I said, "Here, let me show you something right quick. I'm gonna show them how to do that flip." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. All right. Where's the dog yet? Come on, dog. Where'd you go? Sasha? Okay, there you go, girl. I had to double check on the dog. She's kind of. I don't got her on the leash in the yard right now. She's just wandering about.
Oh, Santa Claus. He's the first guy to fly a drone. He was first in flight, wasn't
What, Chris Kringle?
he? Yeah. I mean, he was first in flight, but people are having a hard time copying his means of travel. So they just instead of trying to fly reindeer, they start putting wings on shit.
Yeah, well.
Tell you right now, I know Santa Claus ain't real because I'm just wondering how all these kids get Christmas presents that don't have chimneys. Is he crawling through the ductwork and coming out the vent?
Well, I also got a question. How's he come across getting his list?
I don't know, man. He's got some. He evidently he was the first one to have internet too, and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Cause he knew when you're naughty or nice.
Yeah.
He had surveillance on everybody before the government did.
Right.
That's what happened. Santa Claus died, and Uncle Sam took over his NORAD. Yet released all the Oompa Loompas back to the wild. Got tired of listening to their little stupid songs when they worked.
Yeah, they had to form a union against the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah, right. Hell yeah, lollipop kids. They were all fucking the lollipop killed. Maybe that's what's going on. These all the Oompa Loompas and the lollipop kids them made them flying vehicles. And they out there just having the time of their life, just soaring around.
Yeah. Yeah, they had one too many snozberries. Yeah.
So look who's tall now. Look how high I am. Look who's looking down on who now.
Sasha. What, Sasha? What? What, girl? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're calling the other. That's kind of weird though. These little shimmering blotches of light in the sky. People. You ain't seen those. You should look that shit up. God dang, you got a helicopter in your living room?
Sure.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, yeah, there's a fan going on.
There's a fan. God damn, that motherfucker sound like an airplane, fixing to taxi to the runway.
Well, the woman seems to be obsessed with having to have a fan going on. So.
Oh my god. I used to couldn't sleep without a fucking fan blowing and the noise of it.
Yeah.
I've gotten where I'm out of that now. Before I could do that, because I couldn't sleep, I'd hear every creep and pop in the house and it would always wake me up. Make me dream some wild shit. Yeah, most people who sleep very light like me dream and remember all of it. If I get a good night's rest and I'm sleep through the night, I dream, but I don't remember that shit.
Good night's rest is hard to come by nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Especially when got like me, I then gained about 15 pounds. Starting to get less aerodynamic by the spoonful.
Feeling the gravity a little more?
Oh, yeah. It's pulling down.
Yeah.
Holding me down.
Yeah. That's gravity doing its job.
Can't wait till it comes to some anti-gravity pants or something. They're damn walking on my tiptoes. How do you work this fucking thing? I'm gonna fucking fly off.
You'll probably be like one of the parents in Back to the Future, where he's just like using that little jetpack thing and fly around.
Oh yeah, the hoverboard or whatever.
Yeah.
They tried to build that shit. It was predicted it would have been built by now.
Well, they tried doing that from what I heard, but it's to do with the natural magnetics of the Earth. I guess they had a problem with or something, supposedly.
Yeah, the gravity is one of the big problems. And some people believe that gravity is just a theory.
Okay. Go ahead and go jump off a bridge and tell me what the theory of that is.
Yeah, I guarantee you, one thing's gonna happen. You're going down.
You better hope it's over some water. You don't jump off a bridge over a highway.
You know, if gravity was a theory, then why do birds need wings? You know. Yep.
Mm.
You watching? Is that preaching?
Huh? What?
You watching preaching?
No, that was a stand-up comedy special thing.
Oh, is it like the saying goes? What must what goes up must come down. Spinning wheel got to go round.
Oh. Uh, uh,
Damn, it feels like Sunday to me.
no. Yeah, just got this old TV on. I got it last year at Black Friday. The store was having a 65-inch smart TV Black Friday sale for under $300.
That ain't bad.
Uh,
Yeah, I've got where I don't really care about the TVs as much as I like a good monitor. Good. So
yeah.
my next buy, I'm buying me a new monitor, and they work well. I like because from sitting in front of TV, those days are starting to go. I also sit in front of a computer, either
Well, I
playing a
mean,
game
everybody,
or
yeah, everybody's got their own thing to it. I mean, I can understand why a monitor do because they're supposed to handle certain things like PCs do, and a lot of people they do pretty good for gaming and such too. So, so,
right.
so it just makes it more convenient for a lot of people. I can understand.
Well, I've got where I like having two screens. One, I got my laptop up, then I hook a screen to it, and then I have two screens. So I can be doing one thing on this one, do something else on that, and then when I stream and stuff, it just a lot easier to work with. That's probably what I'm gonna be doing here in a little while. Playing some games and stuff, just kind of chilling the rest of the day, and kind of been mourning the loss of my Aunt Paula.
Yeah.
It's hard to sit here and thinking about that. It's hard to sit here and play games by yourself. I get bored real quick. I think my medicine too is making me where I'm a little different on you know playing the game like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, these drones and that uh, material, that radioactive material that's missing and stuff, it's concerning. But people are, I believe a lot of people, if they knew what was really going on, they'd probably be a lot scareder than they are not knowing. It's probably why nobody's telling anybody. So you can kind of read between the lines. If there's enough information out there, you can kind of get a good synopsis of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I've heard I've heard one thing that North Korea may be trying to smuggle piece by piece, trying to build a bomb over here, and that's what they watching for.
I wouldn't put that out of the realm of possibility.
Hmm. Like if they could build it and get over here. I mean, listen, it's easy for foreign people to get over here. If people are worried about fucking drones and where they fucking come from, you need to be worried about the motherfuckers that 15 million motherfuckers come over here in the last 4 years that was just let in here.
Yeah, and I wonder how many of them were helping in making some of these things.
Absolutely. There's an army here Yeah, it doesn't like us. I guarantee you. There's a group of people that are here that are planning to do some dumb shit.
Yeah. We got plenty of people in this continent that are willing to do some dumb stuff.
And they're not doing it to win a war. They're doing it to make a point. All this war on terror just made it, just fueled people who want us to have that terror.
Yeah.
And hell with it. And who can blame them with all our tax money that goes overseas to fuel the war machine? Why wouldn't these other countries be mad and want us to fuel the same shit that they've dealt with over lifetimes?
Yeah. I don't know. I think one of the things that we as over here as the country here need to focus on. We need to start focusing on our problems more than trying to focus on other people's problems too. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, because I don't know. A lot of countries are always too worried about going to other countries and either creating problems over at other countries or trying to fix other countries' problems. And I don't know.
They've even said that people's even said that they reported seeing the drones coming out of the water. And I do know that they got drones that fly under the water, and then they come into the service and they can take it right up out of the water and go. That technology is real.
Yeah.
So, but that could be still our technology. Like they're searching for some shit. You know, Joe Biden ain't spearheading this stuff either, right? He ain't like, all right, we got to make sure this happens. Stuff. He's in. I got about a couple more weeks to retire mode. 30 something days, ain't it?
I don't know. Uh, I don't know. There just seems to be a lot of mess happening. Uh, I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to look up. Uh,
Okay. What's up, doggy dog? Doggy dog. Rrr. Doggy doggy dog. Look, oh, doggy dog.
I forget what they were calling. I seen it on TikTok, but it's like these glowing orbs in the sky. You know, um, I want to do some more kind of research on that. That's kind of interesting in itself. You ever heard of Project Bluebeam?
Project Blue Balls?
No, Project Blue Beams. Have you ever heard of that?
I'm not sure.
Well, it's what the much like how I've got this projected on my wall right here. They're saying that they can gonna start trying to manipulate the public with things in the sky using what's called Project Bluebeam. It's these lasers that they shine up and pretty much emit a image using the atmosphere as their background. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you talk about like using stuff like that to affect people.
But yeah, kind of sway opinions. Have people and like a type of distraction, or they're going to try to convince Christians that the rapture took place and they were left behind. Yeah, it's a whole conspiracy theory surrounding that shit. That's been out there for a while though. I've seen a video one day, or I was watching sometimes I'm sitting there not doing that, and I'd have the TV running on all right, we'll see you, Kevin. Have a good one, buddy. I would have it like just watching storm cams where you watch storms coming across our area.
Oh,
And
where
then,
it's like it's where they got cameras set up at random spots, just observing what's naturally going around.
yeah, you can see
Yeah,
storms comes up on a high, like radio tower camera.
yeah.
And one
Sometimes.
day I was
Okay. Yeah.
one day I was looking at it and I could see it looked like somebody standing in the damn cloud, a big figure, and I got my phone out and recorded it off the TV, and that's my first viral video I ever posted.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, with all this stuff that's going about, I mean, yeah, there could be things up there. There possibly could be just something somebody's brain's trying to interpret it as something too. But I
Hmm.
mean, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not going. I'm not. I like to try not to sit there and get into a debate with somebody that feels that you've seen it, because it feels like, if you say anything, they're going to get all worked up and think you're being a certain way, and it's just like, and you're not really trying to be. So, I mean,
Well, a
but,
lot of times I've noticed that people when they get like that, that they got the same beliefs, but they're not facing it. Try to talk to them about it. If they don't feel the opposite the way, a lot of times people just don't want to address it or kind of look into it, because the more you look into it, the more you see there's something to it, and then it's unsettling. People like to feel comfortable.
yeah.
Yeah, hell, I slept like a damn log last night. I didn't the night before, but hell, I still didn't sleep a lot. I didn't. I think I went to sleep about two, and I got up at 9. I guess that's like 7 hours, ain't it?
What?
From 2 to 7.
2 to 7. That's 5 hours.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's how much sleep I got. I feel well rested though.
Well, yeah, I'm lucky if I'm averaging 3 to 4 or so hours of sleep lately anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's times I can sleep a good 8 hours, but here lately, well, especially the last couple of days, yeah, I don't sleep that much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the way I am, I guess. I just,
I mean,
once my eyes start rolling up, it's just like,
well, I ain't complaining about it. Yeah, I ain't complaining about it because I like being awake. I used to like all I want to sleep, but these days I don't mind being awake. I hate feeling tired though.
yeah.
But I
Yeah,
was
but,
sitting here doing something, be like, damn, man, I don't want to go to bed yet, but I got to get some sleep.
I mean, me, it's just harder to sleep myself. My brain's always just like the lights are always on, and it's hard to sleep when the lights on. So that's how my brain is. My brain's always got that, like how, like, if you're in a room where there's a lot of people and you hear that clamoring, background noise, and it's just like, you can hear that murmuring and all that noise and people shuffling around. Well, that's kind of like how it gets in my brain.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
So I
lot of
can,
times when I'm laying there, hell, my mind's going bouncing from thought to thought. We thinking of some weird shit and thinking about all
from
kind of
thought to
stuff.
thought to feeling to feeling, all that kind of stuff, right? Mm.
Oh, well, shit. Yeah, I wanted to do a little live stream, talking about the drones and stuff. I'm gonna try to start doing more live streams like this for, take a topic and talk about it. People want to come up and talk about it with me, they can. If not, I'll talk about what I know about it and call it a day.
Yeah, well, there's going to be more of that whole drone thing going on as time progresses. I mean, drones are becoming ever more common nowadays anyway, so
Yeah.
and the days of the internet are upon us like crazy, so, you know.
Well, they're gonna start they're sanctioning them where they can't go but so high.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, otherwise, privacy, and then in some areas is a security kind of deal. But I mean, safety too. But I mean, I can get all those kind of reasonings. Because I know the world's full of them creepers too. So.
Well, I think worrying about it is the most unhealthy thing about it. You know, if something big happens and people pass away, it's just like anything else. Hell, if you're going to be worried about things that happen like that, be worried every time you get in the car and ride down the road. That's a dangerous place out there. So many variables that could happen to could be terrifying and tragic.
Yeah, yeah, there is a lot of things to deal with the variations and variables.
Yeah, and my daughter, she was talking about she wanting to fly the mast for Christmas by herself. I'm like, no. I said, one thing you're gonna land in Boston. I said, oh, no. And now with all this shit going on in that area, I said, it ain't worth the risk. I'd hate to get up there and wish that you didn't go. I said, I hate you go and just something altogether happen. It ain't being, advice I told her, I said, I can't stop you. You're 18. I said, just understand just because you're 18 doesn't mean you shouldn't listen. Don't mean it gives you a license to disobey or not understand. I don't know. I do know. I just don't know how to explain it to them where they don't think I'm being overprotective. Safety concerns.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
man, I believe I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. My wife's looking at me like it's time to go to the market, go get something to eat. Uh, Miscellaneous is gonna be home about 2 o'clock, and then imagine me and him getting into a game and hang out there for a little bit today. And
Yeah, yeah, maybe you should get to going before the wife decides to get all mad and body slam you or something.
well, we got to go. We got to go to Food Line and go get some stuff to eat. There's not much in there,
Yeah,
and the kid like Hazel just come to the door like, "We're going to the store." She's in the
hmm
bathroom. Why are you going in there? Ask for. She went to the bathroom. You ready to go, ain't you? But I don't even know what we're gonna have. I believe thought about getting like a roast or something. Just throw some shit in the pot and let it cook, and then eat it later when it's
yeah,
done.
yeah. Get the crock pot out.
Well, I just cook it on the range in a big pot I got,
Yeah,
and I got a bigger one yesterday or the day before yesterday. So um, I can put a big old piece of meat in this thing. It's one thing that we've been having a problem with. Many people's eating here, 7 of us, and
yeah,
the pots that I got ain't big enough. So I have to make sure I have enough room for the meat and vegetables or whatever going in there with it. Oh, now I got one that's almost almost 2.5 gallon pot. I put a big piece of meat in that, and
yeah. Drop a bird in there.
Well, probably a big roast, big chunk of beef, some sorts,
Yeah.
and cook the beef till it just falls apart. Probably what I'll do tonight is get a big chunk of beef and have beef and rice and bread, and maybe and stew. I put whole potatoes in there with it while I'm cooking the meat down, and the
Yeah.
potatoes come out good and
Yeah.
tender
If I
as hell
want,
too.
yeah, they'll fall apart. Yeah.
Ask him if
Yeah.
he's gonna use Montreal steak seasoning.
So with
Huh?
that being said, I'm gonna jump off here and
Really?
Hi.
hey,
Have you ever tried using Montreal steak seasoning
I have,
on your
I,
roast?
yeah, I think I have some in there right now.
And Lipton onion soup mix.
Now I haven't done that. I've seen people on TikTok where they use like onion soup mix and then like this brown
Mm-hmm.
gravy mix and uh and put it in there. Like they got a recipe that I've seen that you take cube steak, like you take the the onion soup, Campbell's onion soup mix, and then
Mm-hmm.
like this gravy mix, and then you put those steaks in there and let them cook all day. Man, it looks so good.
It is. It's really good. A lot of people try using Gardenera peppers in theirs too. Just
Right,
throw it in the pot and let it cook.
right.
Really
Well,
good.
usually what I do is I kind of like do it like my grandmother did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I put the meat in first. Sometimes I even sear it. You know, just messes up more dishes. It's the wrong reason I don't do it all the time. But I put it in there and I'll cook the meat by itself without no salt because I don't want you put a lot of salt in there when you cook your meat. It'll help pull moisture out and make it dry when you cook it.
Right.
So
Right.
you just put the meat in there and leave the fat on it and all that. Cook it slow and steady for hours. Then take the meat out and drain it. Uh,
Right.
drain drain off the broth, but don't throw it away
Mm-hmm.
because I like the stuff. I don't like all that whatever. Then I put vegetables in. Then I put the strained beef broth back on there, and then put the meat back on top of the vegetables and cook it slow because I don't want my vegetables. I mean, my potatoes, I want them very tender, but like all the other vegetables, like onion and stuff like that, I like a little bit of more texture to it, so I don't cook it as long as I do the meat. But my mouth is
Right.
watering just thinking about it. That's what we're doing today. We want to do stew like that, Mama.
What are we doing?
Get a big chunk of meat and potatoes, onion. I ain't putting carrots in it.
Oh, that's the best part.
Well, uh, I don't know. Here lately, I've got where I put carrots in it. I can. It's overwhelming. I mean, I'm talking about I'm putting not a bunch of carrots in it, just enough
Right.
actually to give it color. And I'm like, golly, all I can taste is the carrot. You know. So or we're gonna. I mean, I'll do beef and rice and what we call hoe cakes. You ever heard of that?
No.
Yeah, it's nothing derogatory, but fried bread. Some people call it fried bread.
Oh, okay.
It's where I take self rising flour, uh, about a teaspoon of salt, uh, an egg, and oil. Just mix it up into like almost like a pancake batter consistency.
Hmm.
Put me some butter in there, but you don't want your butter to be so hot that it turns brown. It's a
Right.
big thing. So you want your butter to stay yellow, but you just pour your little droplets about that big on there and let them cook. They'll cook pretty fast. Flip them, and they'll rise up about that high, be about that big around, and they're
Hmm.
just like a biscuit without using the oven, and they're
So
real buttery.
you should start posting some of your recipes.
It's my grandma's recipes. My grandma
Ah.
teaching me to cook when I was little,
Hmm.
but we called them hoe cakes when I was a kid. But I remember I went to school one time and they were talking about certain foods. You know what our favorite food when I was a kid. My favorite food was pinto beans, stewed potatoes, and onion and biscuits.
Hmm.
Right, that was in a lot of times. Grandma would be in a hurry and she'd make hoe cakes instead of making biscuit and go in the oven and all that. And I went up there and said, "Yeah, I like potatoes, and we call them Irish potatoes. What Grandma called them. Potatoes, Irish potatoes, and hoe cake. When I said hoe cake, the whole class went, and the teacher's like, "What'd you say?" I said hoe cake, fried bread. And immediately she knew what I was talking about. She said, "Don't call it hoe cake no more." I was like, "My grandma, the Christian woman she is, if she says saying hoe cake is all right, I'm gonna say it." But yeah, I'm a Southern cook, but I can cook anything. I pride myself on a good steak. You know, I go the extra mile to make sure that steak is cooked as good as possible. You know, everybody in my house, if it ain't got red in the middle, they won't eat it. My all my kids, like my daughter Hazel, she's about like me. You know, I cook a steak long enough that it just stops mooing. You know, I don't need it to be brown all the way through.
I can understand how people could eat it when it's red in the middle, like real
Oh,
red.
oh,
It's
well, the only reason that you would cook it to where it's now you got to understand the red in the middle. It's not blood. It's collagen. It's collagen. So
mm,
there's no blood in it. And
mm,
usually the only reason people really cook meat all the way through brown is the lower extremities on the animal, because that's where most of the parasites or whatever where you want to cook it, where it's cooked
mm.
thorough. But like on like T-bones and ribeye and New York strips, you ever heard the term eating high on the hog?
Yeah.
Well, the reason that's said because eating high on the hog, you had less chance of catching a parasite or something, because parasites would be in the shanks and the jaws and stuff like that. That's why, that's what we call people called those the less desirable cuts. They'd pickle it and stuff,
Yeah.
or they would hang the whole hams and salt them and preserve them that way. It kills all the parasite in it. So same thing with a cow. The higher you eat on the cow, the less you have to worry about getting sick from it. So you can cook it rare, and it's so much better when when it's cooked right and it's rare right. You can take a bite of that steak and your mouth just fills up with juice, and it just, I don't know, I love it. I love it.
I can only go up to medium, and I don't like well done, but medium is probably the pinkest I will allow my meat to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I I seen a guy one time. He eats steaks. He wanted cooked 3 minutes on each side. That's
Yeah,
all. Could the steak that?
some people just want that little searing on the little sides, and then they'll be fine with it.
No, I'm more about 7 to 8 minutes on each side of on a 1 inch cut, and then I let it rest too, cause steak still cooks thicker than meat. You got to get it hotter to get it the heat to the temperature, and if you get it too hot and then let it sit and kind of cool to where you can eat it, it'll cook and pass you mess up a steak real fast. Well, anyway, with all this food talk, I'm fitting to go get some food.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon. Hey, I'll see you a little later. Tonight, I don't. I guess you're off work tonight.
Yeah.
Around 5:30, 6 o'clock Eastern time, I'm gonna be doing a Jackbox party game where I don't know if you've seen us playing it yet, but you use your phone. You just go to jackboxtv.com, and it'll come up with a code, and you put that code in, and we sit here and you can play trivia and do all your answers and stuff over the phone. So maybe that's something you and her might be interested in hanging out with. Up to 8 people can play, and we can sit here and hang out just like this. And I'll have the game up where you can see it and hear everything. There'll be trivia. It's a lot of fun. And the more people we got playing, the funner it is. So, um, like I said, at 2 o'clock miscellaneous is me and him play some games. I play games for 2-3 hours, and then me and Susie. I think Reb may be going to be play today too. But yeah, something to do today.
Mhm.
So, with all that being said, appreciate you hanging out with me. Everybody, appreciate you in the chat. Like I said, I'm gonna try to start doing some of these little live streams, hour and a half. We're talking about odd shit that's going on in the news other than politics, and get all conspiracy theories. See, love y'all, mean it.